Oh, yes.
I would hate to see Killian
God, I
Murphy's
love this.
penis. That would be weird.
I love this.
That's a lie. Sound of Freedom is really the top for all 50 states. What's Austin's favorite World War II documentary? And why is it World War II in color? The Operation Overlord episode is peak.
Yeah. Road to Victory, World War II in color is pretty good.
I just got back from the theaters seeing Barbie and Oppenheimer. I'm about to review both of them. I'm going to tell you which one of these
Why
is
does
the best
Ben
blockbuster
looks kind of like he's in the closet a little
2023,
bit.
and which one
I think I've seen him on Grindr.
maybe the worst.
I bet he loved our movie.
Ben got homified after watching Barbie.
Yeah,
That's
he did.
why.
Look at the denim jacket. He's kind of dressing like a Midwestern gay.
Dude, you know the funniest thing is he tweeted about it. He had like a notepad to go see Barbie, which is like the lamest fucking thing you can do. I'm pretty certain. Okay? But it's not even just that. It's not even just the fact that like he posted up, went to Barbie with a fucking notepad.
God,
he dressed exactly like Ken.
Yeah.
Like there's a fit in the movie where like all the Kens are dressed exactly like this. So he's like basically onboarding, okay, or Disney bounding or whatever the fuck it's called for the Barbie show, acting like he hates the Barbs.
What is wrong with the movie? Like, why are people so outraged about it?
What? There's nothing wrong with the movie. There's probably like one trans Barbie or something. Here, you know what? I haven't even seen the fucking movie. I'm gonna tell you exactly why
trans Barbie.
I haven't seen the fucking movie. You want to know why it's bad? Because all the Kens are stupid and all the Kens are like goofy, and men are not supposed to be portrayed goofy because we get very sad and very upset if that's the case. They're not the hero in the situation. Also, there's probably like a trans Barbie or something. And then if there's any like traditional Barbie, she probably like she's probably not prominently featured. And also, that is also a deliberate choice. And then, this is like signaling to the matriarchy. This is doing misinjury. And I am, very sad. And also maybe bonus points for the fucking 9- line. If they talk about that, like, oh, they want the South China Sea to be Chinese, that kind of thing.
I've got a prediction.
Good?
I think Barbie is about the struggle.
Yeah, did you see this?
I'm the dad of 2 young daughters. This is going to be a big movie, particularly for a lot of young girls. There's a scene in Barbie where there is this map of the world, and it's
Okay,
drawn
can you pause?
with crayon.
Okay, whatever Ted Cruz is going to say about Barbie, look, Ted, respectfully speaking, not even respectfully, your daughters, the number one thing they should be worried about is having to tell other people that they're Ted Cruz's daughters. That's probably the number one.
They don't.
Concern.
There's no way they do.
That's what I'm saying. That's the number one concern they have. It's not Barbie. It's probably that. Disrespectfully. Anyway, I'm curious what he's going to say.
Ruined it.
I mean, it's really a very simple cartoon. And so they have this blockish thing that is called Asia. And then they've drawn what are called the 9 dashes, this is Chinese communist propaganda, which the Chinese are asserting sovereignty over the entirety of the South China Sea. And they don't have any right to it.
Yeah, still call it the South China Sea, but
I mean, I would
under
agree with
international
him on that.
law,
the
but they're
South
trying
China
to
Sea, based on international law, they do not have any right to it. But that's neither here nor there. I don't think
the South what Sea?
South China Sea.
Oh, okay. Wait, explain that again. What are you saying? You're saying that the South China Sea belongs to not China? Is that what you're saying?
I would say that.
Oh, okay, got it.
And we didn't name it,
Take it away from their neighbors there, take away and claim China's in charge of the entire sea and no one else,
Taiwan,
whether Vietnam or Singapore or other nations in that area, they don't have any rights to now. I'm the
Anyway, by the way, this was the Chinese propaganda he was talking about. These are the dashes. Doesn't even have 9 dashes.
I don't even know what they're looking at. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It has 8, doesn't it?
I mean, that's not a real map. That's the point. Like losing your mind over this is fucking insane.
But what about the dashes that are going off the other places?
Yeah, well, we don't care about those because that's not China. This Barbie movie is leaving conservatives traumatized. Barbie movie applauded as a feminist epic while depicting men as bumbling villains. There you go. Called it. Nailed it. Elon says, predictable. Got this text tonight. Oh my goodness, I have to tell you about the movie we just went to see. If you get bored, look up things about the Barbie movie. I brought my 8-year-old niece to the movie, not thinking anything about it. It's Barbie, a children's toy, so I thought it'd be geared towards kids. Absolutely not. It was disgusting. Pretty much a feminist movie with adding in how you can be whatever you want to be. If that's not an attack on children, I don't know what it is anymore.
You can be whatever you want to be. What an attack.
Wow, I can't believe a PG-13 movie has feminist values in it, like women should be equal to men, and also you can be whatever you want to be. I'm disgusted.
That's disgusting.
I love that I made a joke a while ago saying that conservative books, like the conservative versions of like children's books are going to be like sharing is caring. Fuck that. That's not a good value to teach our children. That's socialism. And they're literally doing it. They're doing it. Like, this person is literally claiming that you can be what you want to be is an attack on children. You're out of your fucking mind, dude. Anyway, regardless. Ben and Ken had the same fit, by the way. Yeah, I already covered that. Yes. It was just pointed to me that Ben Shapiro went to hate watch the Barbie movie dressed exactly like Ken Lamau. All right, so without further ado, let's get into it. Let's hear what Ben Shapiro had to say. He destroys Barbie for 43 minutes.
Right,
Fucking loser.
For those of you who can't wait that long, I'm going to give my review of the Barbie movie in the most Oppenheimer fashion.
What the Run.
Jesus Christ.
Bro, here's the thing. Like, here's the problem with Ben is like 45 years old, first of all, and has children. Here's the issue with Ben doing something like this. Because his entire life is so fucking like nerdy and like serious and takes himself so seriously, when he tries to pull like bits like this, especially when like the bit is about reviewing the fucking Barbie movie, it comes across insane.
Yeah.
Like, it's not, dude, just leave that up to other people. You know what I mean? Like, you can't spend your whole fucking shitty ass conservative commentary career trying to take yourself super seriously and then do this. Like, Steven Crowder would do a better job with this. Okay.
So the things I do for my audience, my producers dragged me to go see Barbie movie.
Yeah, they dragged him.
Barbie the movie. And I have thoughts. This video is sponsored by ExpressVPN. Let me begin with my generalized assessment of the movie. This movie is not just a piece of shit. This movie is a flaming piece of dog shit piled atop an entire dumpster on fire, piled atop a landfill filled with dog shit. It is one of the worst movies.
I mean, this is like his wet ass P-word moment. I feel like he has to be aware. I think he's doing this as a bit. Like, he knows he's like an insufferable fucking nerd, and like he's playing the role of the insufferable fucking nerd, right? There's no way someone could get this triggered over like probably one of the most basic ass, like painfully vanilla movies of all time.
Movies I've ever seen. On every possible level, it is a horrific movie. The only thing that can be said for this film is production design. The production design is really nice. The costumes are really nice. Also, it's really hard to screw that up. It's really hard to screw that up because you literally have this to model after. All you have to do is this, but big, okay? It's really not tough. But put aside all of the beautiful costumes, which is there for the ladies, and all of the production design and the Barbie universe and all of that. Every joke that happens in this film happens basically within the first 45 seconds of the film. So, for example, Barbie turns on the water and there's no water. Ooh, because, you know, like in Barbie house, there's no actual water. Do you get it? And then she drinks, but there's no actual liquid in the actual cup. Oh my God, because she's a Barbie doll. Oh, I get it. Okay, that's all the jokes. There are no more jokes for the rest of the film.
I think it's kind of cool.
The movie's a shit show. Okay, so conceptually,
It's not supposed to be funny, right?
He said the movie's a shit show. Bro, he's talking about the Barbie movie. Hypothetically speaking, he does watch a lot of Disney movies and gets mad at them too. So this is like right in his wheelhouse. I just realized, like,
I mean, unironically, like, I mean, not unironic, whatever the word is. I want to go see Barbie after what he just said. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, no, I also wanted to see it anyway, and the fact that like conservatives are trying desperately to get like figure out something to get mad at over it is pretty funny. Makes it better.
Movie is a show. I want to ask this: who is the intended audience for this film? Who's the intended audience for this film? So I'll tell you who the intended audience for this film is, and I can tell two ways: one, the previews on the film, and two, the people in the audience. So the intended audience for this film is moms and their 8-year-old daughters. That's the intended audience for the film. I know because the previews for the film were all kids' movies. I'm talking like G or PG rated kids' films. We're talking like teenage.
Dog, it's a PG-13 movie. Yeah, no shit. Who the fuck plays with Barbies, you fucking idiot? Why did you go to a PG-13 movie and freak out that, like, the intended audience is for children? Yeah. It's one of those things where a lot of people that make stuff for kids, okay, and, like, teenagers and whatever, they will usually try to make two separate movies in one, okay? They'll try to make it so that, like, there's funny, subtle humor for adults that kids can't really pick up on, so that the parents that are in there watching don't lose their fucking minds sitting through an entire movie, okay? That's usually the goal with children's movies. That's why there's, like, when you do a revisit to older works from from your childhood, you'd be like, what the fuck? I can't believe they said that in this movie. But like when you're a kid, you don't really understand it. Now, Barbie also is a little bit different than that because like it's done by Greta Gerwig, right? I mean, she's like a respectable auteur, director. So like it's supposed to be consumed by a wide range of ages. It's more so consumable for children, but it's still for young adults and adults in general.
Mutant Ninja Turtles or Trolls 4 or whatever it is. Those were all the previews, right? All the previews are actually directed at what the audience is supposed to be for this film. And
yeah, there are genital jokes. Of course there are genital jokes. It's like, it's Barb. It's Barb. Barbie's got no barbussy, I'll tell you that. 34 MKD50, thank you for the 50 gifted subs.
if you look in the audience, it's a bunch of moms, like youngish moms, middle-aged moms, with their like 6, 7, 8-year-old girls. That's the entire crew.
I used to
This
think my
movie's
male
not made
Barbies
for
were hot.
any of those people.
I think
In fact,
it's
this
my
movie is
first,
made for
like-
no one. This
Oh my, wait, what did you say?
I used to think my male Barbies were hot. Like I like the 6-pack Barbies.
I mean, yeah, you're gay, dog.
I know, but that was like my first.
Austin.
I know, but like back.
I
back
gotta
in
tell
the
you
day-
something. I gotta tell you something.
What?
You're a homosexual.
I know. But like this is like my first. Like I didn't know I was gay at the time.
Did you look at like G.I. Joes and you were like, damn, they're fucking sexy?
No, but I used to. My Barbies would make love usually. You ever do that? Come on, that was a common thing.
I did not have Barbies.
I didn't either. I mean, I would
Well,
borrow.
you
them.
just explained that you had a Barbie
I had
and a
Barbies.
Ken. I had no Barbies and no Ken. Wait, you had Barbie? That's why you're gay, dog. Because your parents let you play with Barbies.
It's true.
You're
It's
a woman
true.
now.
I know. I know.
That's kind of wild.
I also had one of
No.
those kitchens.
I never wanted, my parents would have let me have them if I wanted Barbies. I'm sure they wouldn't give a fuck, but like I always wanted like significantly gayer toys, which is burly men, like muscular burly men with machine guns.
You didn't like big boob toys, big breasted.
No, I didn't have any. The first time I had like sexy ass toys was Street Fighter characters. I had like, did I have a Chun-Li? I think. Let me show you what I had. Let's see if I can find it. With like many points of articulation, which was huge. I also had a Cammy I had a Cammy, yeah.
My friends and I used to. Well, this is video game wise. Did everybody play? Was it Mafia? What was
Mafia
the
is
movie?
a video game,
What
yes.
was the video game with like the porn magazines in it? And it was like one of those movies, Mafia or
I don't remember.
L.A. Noir.
But yeah, this was
Was it
one of
Mafia?
like the first sexy
2?
toys I had.
Mafia 2. Yeah, that was so sick.
31 points of articulation. Look how sick that is with like changeable hands too.
Mafia 2 was. I love Mafia 2. So sick. Well, Mafia.
But anyway,
Gangsters
I
go
didn't really have
down.
any of that. There have been at least 2 Brazilian men who dropped thousands to look like Ken.
Holy shit.
That's awesome. Brazil activities. All right, let's continue.
This movie is going to make a bunch of money week one because the marketing effort has been extraordinary. I mean, whoever's the marketing team over at Warner Brothers is doing an amazing job. Week one, this thing is going to clean up at the domestic box office. My prediction is going to just absolutely fall off a cliff after that. The repeat business on this movie is going to be non-existent because it was written by 2 people who are so smart.
Wait, does he think that like people that wait, what? Does he think that
People
like
just
the
go back.
second week people are it's not new people watching? He thinks that like usually the second week is all like repeat watchers? Is that what he's saying?
Oh, man.
Cuz like I'll give you an example. I wanted to see Barbie last night. I couldn't because it's motherfucking sold out for like 2 weeks, okay?
It's because we're in fucking West Hollywood. That's why. Of course,
It's
it's sold
also-
out for 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's basically like
Barbie's sold out for the next 2 decades in West
it's
Hollywood.
basically people that want to see it immediately versus like people that want to see it bad versus people that like don't really care as much but like still want to see it. You know what I mean? It's like it's sold out everywhere. So a lot of people will definitely see it next week, and it will be first-time watchers. I am genuinely shocked that Ben doesn't understand this concept. Anyway, let's
smug and
continue.
self-satisfied, and Greta Gerwig and Noah Baumbach, that they have no audience. I mean, like, who thought it's a great idea? Let's bring on the people who wrote Lady Bird and Marriage Story to make a movie about a plastic doll that is generally played with by 5 to 9-year-old.
This is where I have to interject once again and explain something very important. At the top of the hour, there's a 3-minute ad break. If you no longer want to see those ads, all you need to do is subscribe, which you can do for $5 or free with a Twitch Prime by connecting your Amazon Prime account to a Twitch account where you get 1 free Prime subscription a month. But the other thing I have to mention is that Ben is a failed screenwriter. Ben grew up in Hollywood. He wanted to be in Hollywood, and he's a fucking failure. So for that reason, he always has so much disdain and hatred for anything in Hollywood. But you know what he doesn't have? The knowledge of how the industry works. So every single time he says like, I can't believe I brought in Noah Baumbach or Greta Gerwig for Barbie. It's like, yeah, that's the point, you fucking idiot. They did that on purpose. Like they wanted to make it different than just like a basic ass Barbie movie. Okay. That's the reason why they chose to do that. Why the fuck are you sitting over being like, I know a lot better than everybody else? That's what is that, Ben? Is that the reason why your movie grossed $800 on the fucking first week that it came out? You know, in movie theaters,
$800.
$800 fucking dollars, Ben. Is that why your movie made $800 and Barbie has made like 800 million? Shut the fuck up about the decisions that people in Hollywood are fucking making. The fuck do you know? We know that we can compare your work, your attempts at making Hollywood shit, okay, versus actual Hollywood studios.
Hasan,
What?
I'm going to take off.
Okay, well, you're going to miss this.
Well, because we have to go. Well, this is
I know.
42 minutes, and
I know,
you have
I
to
know,
go to
I know, I
AOC
know.
in 25. I'm not going to be able to see. Kaya's sleeping with her tongue out.
It's very cute. Take a photo of that. Cutest. She had a really tumultuous morning where I walked her and then I had to leave her, you know what I mean, behind. So she probably was so scared. She was like, "Oh no, where did my daddy go?"
I'll post it in Hoscord.
Okay.
young girls.
All right. Peace out, guys.
So the basic idea of the film, they really have no basic idea of the film. They don't know whether they hate Barbie or that we're supposed to kind of like Barbie. It seems they kind of despise Barbie as a fascist emblem, as we'll get to. The basic sort of premise of the film, politically speaking, is that men and women are on two sides of the divide and they hate each other. And literally the only way you can have a happy world is if the women ignore the men and the men ignore the women. That seems to be the final outcome of this film. I was trying to separate this into problems with plot and problems with character.
I need to watch this movie so I can like shit on him even better. Cause like I haven't watched the movie, so I don't know how fucking media illiterate Ben is being here. I'm willing to bet that that's not the main premise. Okay. Like I'm pretty certain that's not what the movie is trying to tell you. I haven't even watched it, and I know that that's not what the movie's fucking trying to tell you. Because, let's be real, that would be kind of shitty. That would be a premise that Ben Shapiro would come up with, okay? That would be a Ben Shapiro-ass movie. And this is not a Ben Shapiro-ass movie. This is Noah Baumbach and Greta Gerwig. So I'm pretty sure that that's not what's going on.
And problems with the politics of the film, but they're all intertwined because the thing is just a mess. It doesn't make any sense. Plot-wise, it makes no sense. Character-wise, it makes no sense. So let's just go through it from the beginning. Okay, there's going to be lots of spoilers, but believe you me, I'm about to save you so much time because this movie is 2 hours. It feels like it is longer than the Wagnerian ring cycle. It does not end. Every scene is at least 2 minutes too long. Every single scene, every beat is 2 minutes too long. It is a bad film. Put aside the politics. Like, really, I was sitting there with a bunch of my producers. I'm a little bit more political than my producers. My producers were watching this, putting the politics aside. It is a bad movie. So why is it getting 91% on Rotten Tomatoes? Because the way that it works for the reviewers is if you have the right politics, and those politics are sufficiently...
You're about to get spoiled. Yeah, I'm muted. Sorry, Hasi. I don't... Save this for after you watch it, but see Oppenheimer first. I mean, it's the fucking Barbie movie. Like, I doubt that it's gonna spoil it that bad for me, man. Like, the people going... Oh my God, I beg of you, please watch this. Please. Like, please watch the movie first. Like, what? Dude. Save for a day you can watch with Austin. You have to watch both. Not a political movie, but if you have a good political movie, dude is hurt. You would be surprised, lol. What are we spoiling in the fucking Barbie universe, like Barbie lore? Oh my God. Hate watching with 30K people with one comment here. Oh. There's a 15-minute sex scene. What are they doing? Are they bumping ugly? Like they're bumping their bumps together? Like, I don't understand. Got a gender equality message that seems pretty great. Barbie hits the Ozempic vape. Barbie is actually a good example of a society men want versus what women want. Men's idea of an ideal society is domination and subjugation of women. In women's ideal Barbie world, men just don't matter and women have no interest in dominating them. They're just there. Meanwhile, the Kens literally do nothing but simp for the Barbies. That's it. And the only good man in the movie isn't even a Ken. He's a dopey, effeminate, bumbling beta named Alan. My favorite part of the Barbie movie is when her and Ken finally made it to each other, and before they held hands, they turned and pledged allegiance to Xi and promised to return Taiwan to the mainland. My friend saw the movie. She said it was peak lib shit, rad lib feminism. She's in ML for context. Best Barbie take? I think the really ironic thing is that you could actually make a truly subversive, surrealist, or anti-capitalist, or offensive, or shocking, or intentionally boring Barbie movie, and it would still move doll units. There's no level of radical that will undermine that project, in my opinion. Oh, damn, they give the Barbie movie the same politics they give to every Hollywood movie? Verily, the Revolution is upon us. To whom do I pledge my life? Have you seen this trailer? It gives you the general direction of the movie. Wait, no. The trailer was confusing as fuck. What do you mean?
Since the beginning of time.
This is the 2001 A Space Odyssey trailer. It was so
The
confusing.
first little girl ever existed. There have been dolls. But the dolls were always and forever baby dolls.
Yeah, isn't the whole point of Barbie that like it's not like teaching girls at an early age skills of child rearing, and instead it's like a figure to aspire to be, which is why its inception, like its origination, is literally controversial for that reason. And Ben Shapiro, of course, is weirdly enough oblivious to that reality. So that's like the whole point. Barbie's supposed to be a figure of aspiration, which is why throughout time, like what Barbie is and what Barbie has become has changed as well. I assume that the Barbie movie touches on that, which is why these people are so fucking upset about it without realizing that like that's what you have allowed your children to play with for the for their childhood. The way they portray the Mattel CEO in this movie, it's so self-aware, but Mattel doesn't just give a fuck, and why would they? It sells more Barbie like it's supposed to. Yeah. Fun fact, no women speak until 20 minutes into Oppenheimer, and then within a minute there's a sex scene. This is so awesome. Yeah, fuck the Barbie discourse. The funniest things that have come out is the Oppenheimer discourse, where I saw a tweet where it was like, watch the Oppenheimer movie. There's not a single Japanese person in it. And it's like, yeah, because it's like supposed to be about Oppenheimer. Like, like I understand that. And you know, I've spent a long time fucking criticizing, America's use of nuclear weapons, but like even I see it, like I get it, like it's the movie's kind of like the Matrix says we're fighting against the patriarchy. Does it pass the Bechdel test, Oppenheimer? I don't think so because it's not. There's no women talking to one another without the presence of a man or about a subject that is that is about a man. I thought the Barbie Oppenheimer movie combos was because both the movies were for the gays, not that Oppenheimer was 3 hours of U.S. military propaganda with 100 different 15-second celeb cameos. Okay, I saw this already. Bro, they want girl boss credit for the fucking nukes. Ladies, you don't want that on your record? No, dude, you don't understand. That tweet you saw got Twitter noted. The film Oppenheimer is a biographical drama based entirely on the life of physicist Robert Oppenheimer. There's no records of him ever meeting a Japanese person, so it would not make sense to create such scenes, as the project is a biopic, not a work of fiction. They're like, I wanted this. First of all, during the Oppenheimer shit, okay, let me just explain something, okay? I don't know if you want to show Japanese people during Oppenheimer because, one, it's either going to be Japanese people doing war crimes to justify the perspective of dropping a nuclear bomb on Japan and the civilian population of Japan, so that the American Western audiences are like, oh yeah, thank God we did that. Or it's going to be Japanese people being lit up and turning into a fucking cloud of pink mist and dust. neither of which is good. You know what I mean? Like what kind of, like, what would you show at that point? You know what I mean? Oppenheimer visits an internment camp. Like, what the fuck? This person's like, why didn't I get to see Japanese people turn into fucking just light? They do show that? Yeah, I mean, they must.